A mother walks into a small claims courtroom, not with nervousness, but with a strange, unsettling confidence. She moves as if the law owes her a personal favor. Trailing behind her is her adult daughter, her shoulders slumped, her face a mask of deep embarrassment. She looks like she'd rather be anywhere else in the world. The mother has filed a lawsuit against her own flesh and blood. The charges, storage fees, towing fees, and the most audacious of all, emotional distress, all because her daughter's broken-down car sat on her property for 2 months. But this isn't the judge's first rodeo. He's seen thousands of family disputes masquerading as legal battles. The moment the mother begins to speak, he recognizes the pattern. He knows exactly what kind of person he's dealing with. The judge begins calmly, his voice even, "Ma'am, let's review your complaint. You're asking your daughter for $3,000 for keeping a car on your land. Is that correct?" The mother's response is dripping with pride. "Yes, Your Honor. She abandoned it there. I had to look at it every single day." The judge blinks, a flicker of disbelief crossing his face. "You had to look at it." This is the daughter's cue. She steps forward, her voice barely above a whisper. "Your Honor, I didn't abandon anything. My car broke down. She told me I could leave it at her house until I had the money to get it repaired." The mother's composure shatters instantly. She snaps, her voice sharp and cutting. "That's not true. I said she could leave it for 1 day, not 60. The judge raises a single commanding hand. "Ma'am, do not interrupt. You will get your turn to speak." He nods at the daughter, encouraging her to continue. The daughter takes a shaky breath. "She told me it was fine. She even said she was glad I was visiting more often because of it." Then, out of nowhere, she started demanding money. "Just to let my own car stay parked in her driveway." The judge's gaze shifts back to the mother. "Did you at any point tell your daughter she could leave the car there temporarily?" Yes, the mother concedes, but only for a moment. Not for months on end. "She takes advantage of my kindness. She always has." Leaning forward, the judge focuses on the core of the matter. "What actual expenses did you incur? What did you pay out of pocket?" With a dramatic flourish, the mother unfolds a piece of paper. She presents it as if it contains the secrets of the universe. "A storage fee, $2,000. Also, I charged a daily inconvenience fee." A hush falls over the courtroom. The judge's eyebrows shoot up. "An inconvenience fee," he repeats slowly, letting the absurdity of the phrase hang in the air. "Yes," she says, her pride unwavering. "I am entitled to compensation for my stress." The judge stares at her for a long, silent moment. The air grows thick with tension. "Ma'am, you can't just invent your own fees because you're annoyed with your daughter." The mother crosses her arms, defiant. "Well, someone has to teach her a lesson about responsibility. She left the car on my land. In my book, that's trespassing." Tears well up in the daughter's eyes as she shakes her head. "She's my mother, Your Honor. I thought she was helping me. I trusted her. The judge's tone changes. The earlier patience is gone, replaced by a firm, almost surgical precision. Let me get this straight. You voluntarily allowed your daughter to leave her broken car on your property. You never provided her with a written notice to remove it. You never sent her a single bill. You never actually paid for towing. You invented a storage fee that has no basis in reality. And now you are suing her for thousands of dollars. The mother's response is chilling in its lack of shame. Yes, because she owes me. And there it is. The judge sighs, a look of weary understanding on his face. This was never about a car. Ma'am, this isn't about money, is it? This is about control. The mother's face contorts with rage. That is not true, she spits out, but the judge continues, his voice cutting through her denial. You are attempting to use this court as a weapon to punish your daughter for something that caused you absolutely no financial harm. You invited her to leave the car there. You suffered no damages, and you have filed a lawsuit based entirely on made-up fees, ma'am. This is not how the law works. She tries to interrupt again, a sputtering protest on her lips, but the judge raises his voice just enough to silence her. Do not speak. She freezes, the command landing with undeniable force. The judge turns to the daughter, his expression softening. You owe her nothing. The words are a lifeline, and the daughter visibly relaxes, a wave of relief washing over her. Then his gaze locks back onto the mother. And you, ma'am, owe this court an apology for wasting its time with a frivolous, vindictive, and baseless case. The mother's face flushes a deep, blotchy red. Are you calling me a liar? I am calling your lawsuit baseless. The judge corrects her, his voice cold as steel, and I am dismissing it. With prejudice, those last two words hit like a hammer blow. With prejudice means she can never file this lawsuit again. It's over, permanently. In a last desperate attempt, the mother cries out, "You don't understand. She always disrespects me. She never listens." The judge's reply is calm, measured, and devastating. Respect is earned, ma'am, not enforced through lawsuits. Defeated and humiliated, the mother spins on her heel and storms out of the courtroom. Her head held high in a final, pathetic act of defiance, refusing to make eye contact with anyone. The daughter hesitates for a moment. She turns back to the bench and whispers a quiet, heartfelt thank you to the judge. Then she follows her mother out of the courtroom, not because she wants to, but because she's trapped in a cycle she doesn't know how to break. She has learned a painful lesson today. Sometimes the people who hurt you the most are the ones who share your blood, the ones who wear the title of family. The sharp, final sound of the judge's gavel dropping echoes through the now quiet room. Case dismissed. Justice, in its own small way, has been served. Thanks for watching. If you found this story compelling, be sure to like and subscribe for more.